Republican Rep. Elise Stefanik just filed a complaint against Letitia James. She's the corrupt New York Attorney General, going after Trump, trying to fine him just for doing business through Judge Engoron, a known anti-Trump hack. And now it's coming back to bite her, as Elise Stefanik is starting to prove that Letitia James showed bias against Trump before the court case ever even started. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TenNapel. This is where the happy patriots are. I've got this article that spells it out for us at NBC News. Join us. Rep. Elise Stefanik files complaint against New York Attorney General over Trump case. Stefanik, who is seen as a potential VP pick for Trump, important being, has filed other complaints against judges overseeing cases related to the former president for the January 6th riot. You guys tell me in the comments if you think, is this a move for VP? I think she's still auditioning. And over the last week or two, Trump has shown that he's leaning a little more toward Tim Scott. So now she goes out and she's bumping up her resume a little bit by showing how she's helping Trump. I think this is a very good move for her. Washington House Republican Conference Chair Elise Stefanik has filed a complaint against New York Attorney General Letitia James, who is, I believe, compromised. So obviously bury the needle against Trump, over her multi-million-dollar civil fraud case against former President Donald Trump, NBC News has exclusively learned. Stefanik, a Republican in New York, alleges that James is conducting a biased investigation and prosecution of Trump and attacking him through extrajudicial statements. Her letter to the New York Committee on Professional Standards says. She also argues that James made highly inappropriate and prejudicial comments on social media. We have shown some of these videos of her flat out saying she's going to get Trump, and asked that the Attorney Grievance Committee investigate James and issue consequences, such as disbarring her or suspending her. So this is another Fani Willis. It's the Fani Willis of New York who could get disbarred or suspended, which I'm all for, either one. Stefanik, a staunch ally of Trump who's seen as a potential running mate, has filed multiple ethics complaints against judges associated with cases against Trump on the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol in November. She filed an ethics complaint against State Judge Arthur Engoron, also correct, Judge Nudie, we call him, who is presiding over the New York civil fraud case against Trump. And the following month, she filed a complaint against U.S. District Judge Beryl Howell, based in Washington, D.C., who has overseen January 6th cases. Now, Beryl Howell is crooked. While all Americans possess the right to express their opinions on matters of public interest, attorneys, particularly state attorney general, are held to a higher standard due to their unique role as officers of the court, Stefanik said in a statement. The former president has previously claimed that Letitia James, hates him and does not want him to get elected, which I think both those statements are pretty clearly demonstrated. She hates him and does not want him to be elected. That's not even controversial. James this year called for a $370 million fine against Trump and his companies, as well as a lifetime ban on him and two former company executives from New York real estate industry. Trump has denied any wrongdoing. A verdict in the case is expected sometime this month. Trump has repeatedly launched criticism against James, correctly calling her rogue, corrupt, and out of control. And then she puts a gag order on him, whatever. Main thing is, this is Elise Stefanik showing up in defense of Trump in public. Could be for a vice president pick. I think it makes her a lot stronger. It puts her a few notches up in his cabinet anyways. And it's good to see a good old school Republican fighting back. This is how you do it. This is lawfare, guys. It is time to start unleashing the forces, and Elise Stefanik is one of the strong ones. I called her as vice president a few months ago that she was looking like a real front runner, and I still think that today. It's between her and Tim Scott, and I believe J.D. Vance. Maybe throw a Ben Carson in there, but it's more important what you guys think. Is this a good move? Will anything come of it? I'm Doug in Exile.